This video I took in 2020 when I went visiting Sudbury, and there's a beautiful lake called Lake Laurentian, just a few minutes drive from the downtown. Now while fishing here I did catch pikes mostly, but I was told there's different types of species, but unfortunately I was just able to pull out pikes. It was a nice adventure when I went fishing. Now this is the entrance. It's actually a chalet which hosts a couple of activities during summer for the children. You could see the chalet way up there, and that's the setup tent where the activities for the children take place. And then further to the left there's a parking area. You can see a car pulling out. So where I'm heading right now, this is a hiking route. You can see there's levels of blue and red. I did do the blue circuit, and it was a quick one, like a 30 minutes circuit, and I completed it within like 45 minutes since I had to stop over. I have a video that I took for that walk. If you're interested, you could check it later. Beautiful view in front of me, and at some point there are kayaks which were passing by, and I had to stop fishing just to give them way. And these are the blueberries that I found, and I discovered later that they're scattered everywhere. You could see them growing widely everywhere. I tried getting some, but I didn't have them. Like, I don't know what has been around there, what has been sprayed there, like, you know. It was a nice experience because I remember casting, and I didn't cast much. I casted less than 10 casts, I think around 5-ish or 6 casts, and then I was able to pull a pike. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my net the first day, and I had to struggle bringing up the fish. And it's a pike. I've had bad experience previously. I did pull out one when I went for camping in Restool, and not knowing how to handle it, since it had fallen on the deck, I had to grab it, and then it just bit me. So that experience, I was like, I'm not gonna let it happen again, right? Yeah, that's the third cast, I believe, and it didn't take long, man. That's how I realized that this lake is loaded. It's not pikes, unfortunately, but it could be other species that I didn't use the right lure to hook them up. But for the pikes, man, I used different. Like right now, I'm using a popper, right? It's a top water, and it was a beautiful pike just coming up, and the action was like top water action. I've never actually fished and had a top water action, but this was amazing, especially when I played on a slow-mo. It was amazing, man. And the thing is, the pikes, it's the fight they give. That's what anglers, love about fishing, right? It's just that tagging, that fight. The fish is in its element. You're on your element, and you're like, okay, let's see, and you tag it and just pull it up. There you go. That was a beautiful, beautiful action. Top water, man. They're so aggressive. They're known to be aggressive. And I've pulled a couple of pikes. Yeah, they do give a good fight, bro. I did release it. That was it. I did lose my lure because the hook, I didn't realize that the swivel was due to the fact that the fish was fighting so hard. The swivel was like damaged. Oh yeah, here you go. I did pull, I think, a branch. I thought maybe it was another fish on, but when I couldn't feel any tagging and any action, like nail fight, I realized, okay, this is something else, right? So I stopped reeling in fast, and I just wanted to see what it was, and it ended up being a branch. And there you go again. This is what I'm talking about. This place is loaded, man. It's loaded. This is the second lure after I lost my popper, and I believe this guy unhooked himself. I didn't land him. He gave such a good fight, and I made a mistake of letting it rest on the rock, and he realized, okay, I still got a fight here. He jumped and back he went. I was like, okay, thanks anyways. It was a good experience, a good fight. And then the next cast, within the next few casts again, I caught another one. I didn't realize that my camera was not on, and when I did already hook up the fish, and then I looked at my camera and I realized it was off. Then I turned it on, but the fish was already hooked up and close to being landed. Again, this guy, I didn't plan to get it home and eat it, so I just released it. I love fishing. During summer, I go different places trying to hook some fish up. So I do walk out of Windsor, and in Windsor there's Detroit River there. It's a ball, man. For fishermen, it's just something. On the second day, I went back again for another experience. It wasn't as fruitful as the previous day, but I did come back with my bait caster, and it didn't work out good, man. It didn't work out good for me. Now the bait caster is a pacified one. I bought it from Amazon. This one is Shakespeare Outcast, I believe. It was a cheap combo, but the rod is amazing. The rod is really good. I'm impressed with the rod. The combo is not one of the best, but I kept the rod, and the reel is from Abu Garcia. I bought Abu Garcia, but it disappointed me. The rod tip broke really quick, and it was a flimsy one. I didn't read review, so when I bought it, I thought it's Abu Garcia. You never go wrong with Abu Garcia, right? But I realized later that it was a mistake. Instead, I did get rid of the rod, and then I kept the hook. I kept the reel. The reel was really good. It's smooth. I could fish the whole day. I don't care if I catch anything, but just relax there. Here we go. Now this one, the second day, I did bring my net, and this one I kept. I did take it home for lunch, especially considering that I messed up with the bait caster and was so stressed out with it. I was like, I need something to chill, right? So I did take this home, and I made a video for cleaning it, but it was a nice size fish. Again, a pike. Nice fight, nice size. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful, man. The waters are calm. And there was some couple of kayaks I think passed by. Um, I do some kayaking too, and I wish I had brought my kayak. I would have just taken it straight. Okay, I remember once I was in Algonquin and we were camped at Lake of Two Rivers, and I did the whole lake kayaking, right? First, I went to the island. I came back and I'm like, oh, I feel pretty good. So I have Intex Explorer. That's the yellow banana boat they call it. It's yellow, but it's a two-seater kayak, and it's a nice one. You give one thing for the other, right? So it has a lot of buoyancy. It's stable, very hard to tip over, but you give away the speed, right? So you don't get as much speed out of it as you would have a normal kayak. But hey, I enjoy it. So that's the pike that I caught, and I'm cleaning it. It has scales, small ones, but majority of its body is just slimy, right? Don't get advice from me about fish cleaning as such, because I'm an amateur, but I did my best on this one. Then this is what I meant when I say like I did a concentric or cross cut. So just like that, and I went all the way to the head. You can see it's white meat and it looks fleshy. It is fleshy, but in between the flesh there's a lot of bones, just a lot, tiny bones too, right? It's one of, I think, the most bony fish you could catch. I might be wrong though, but in my experience, with the fishes that I've had in my life, I think it's one of the boniest. There we have it. And if you like my videos, you can subscribe, and I'll keep on posting videos that I have. I know I should be doing the new ones, but for the old stuff that I find, I'll try to voice over, because majority of them I never had any dialogues in them, but I'll try to voice over anything that I find around. Thank you so much for watching, and keep exploring.